Danyell Monk, and I am a senior at Canterbury High School, but my papers are blowing away, so it's a little Oh, that'd be great. Even though I am a senior and will be off to college this coming fall, I still have concern for safety in our schools. Currently, I sit on the Canterbury Central School District Board of Education as a student representative. As I have sat through the long meetings every other Thursday, I've noticed how the Board of Education members and school administrators and the general public can never agree on anything. Finally, they have agreed on something, and that is making our schools safer. This is an absolute miracle that they have actually agreed on something. However, agreeing doesn't necessarily mean action. A million solutions can be pushed at our schools, but will they ever do anything? As one of my favorite filmmakers, Casey Neistat, once said, ideas are cheap, ideas are easy, ideas are common. Everybody has ideas. Ideas are highly, highly overvalued. Execution is all that matters. At some point, it comes a time that our schools actually take our ideas into account and put them into practice. However, this will not happen if we do not push our schools to take action. As students, staff, and community members, we don't have the ability to execute our ideas, as that is the job of our schools and our boards of education and our administrators. I encourage everybody standing here today to find out when their school district's next Board of Education meeting is and attend. And don't just attend yourself. Encourage every one of your peers, school staff, community members, or anyone else who even cares in the slightest about the lives of those in our schools to attend with you. When you go to these meetings, make sure you sign up to speak during the public comments and questions section, which is typically held the very first thing in the meeting. We must use our strength in numbers to tell our schools that it is time to execute our ideas. Do not stop attending meetings until change happens. Do not let them forget that our concern is always out there. Recently, I've heard people saying that we shouldn't be concerned with our safety. People have said that those of us from upstate New York can't relate to these shootings and shouldn't worry about them because it hasn't happened in our area yet. Yet is the ugliest word ever in this case, and I hope yet never comes. As students, and more importantly as human beings, we are allowed to be concerned, and there would be something wrong if we weren't concerned. The other day in my AP government class, we were discussing topics like the walkouts and school safety. My teacher then asked us students if we were concerned when coming to school every day that events like those making national headlines would happen in our school. Over 2/3 of the class raised their hands. My teacher then proceeded to say, "This is not good." And he's right, this is not good. I can guarantee if any other students in this area or around the nation were asked the same question, they would answer the same way as my class did. Clearly, these topics are relatable not only for us in upstate New York, but for any person who has ever attended school. Fear should not have to be a thought in our mind when we go to school. We should be focused on the big test we have coming up, or the exciting club meeting we have later that day, not the possibility of never coming home again. Woo! Everyone was a student at some point in their life. Each generation had their battles. This is our battle. Anyone who is a student right now relates, no matter where they live. If we are not able to be safe, and no one is going to do anything for us to be safe, what will be next? Now comes the question of all questions. Is there a solution really out there? Is there something that we can do as attendees of this rally, as people of upstate New York, and more importantly, as a nation to make a change? To this, the answer should be yes. But if we can't come together, we will never accomplish our goal. No matter whether you're a Democrat or Republican, an owner of 200 guns or an owner of 0 guns, the most popular person in your school or someone with only a small group of friends, it's time to realize that we have something in common. This is that we are all students and we all have the same right to feel protected in our schools. When we go back to school on Monday, I want everyone here to unite. Unite with your friends. Unite with someone you've never talked to before. Unite with someone you've disagreed with in the past. This could make all the difference. Every opinion matters in a case like this if you don't agree with the opinion. I lost my spot. Every opinion matters in a case like this, even if you don't agree with the opinion. As long as we unite towards this one goal, a change will come. The more voices we have, the more options we have, and the more of a chance we have to find the right solution. This is a complicated issue, and it will never help if we don't realize the following aspects of it. Number 1, this is a gun issue. Number 2, this is a people issue. Number 3, this is a mental health issue. Number 4, this is a government issue. Number 5, this is a school issue. And number 6, most importantly, this is an everything issue. We can't just point the finger at one thing and think the rest will solve themselves. The quicker we realize this, in combination with the understanding that we also need to unite and also speak to our schools' boards of education and administrators, the sooner things will get better. I want to thank everyone for being here today, and I encourage everyone not to forget what we need to do to get somewhere. Let's make sure students' lives are truly protected, starting now and continuing forever. Thank you. I'd like to welcome the next speaker, Madeline.